guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we're back with you for Frieren, episode 27. Almost done with the first season.
Last episode we passed the second test. Almost all of them passed. Levine and the guy that uses earth magic, they didn't because they were hurt by Sensei's double, who was then defeated by Ubel with a pretty powerful spell that relied on her imagining, cutting stuff, and she basically follows her instinct with that. So for her it's easy to cut fabric or hair, even though they are full of magic and other mages can't even fight that, right? She follows what's simple in her mind, and that's how she managed. We also saw how she killed the first class mage 2 years ago. Frieren and Fern went against Frieren's double, and Fern did not destroy the double like we thought 2 episodes ago, but she did manage to make an opening for Frieren, and the team did that teamwork thing and they defeated her. It was pretty cool. We saw Frieren use some type of magic without her arms, without, mana even. Like, Fern could not feel it. She was pushed against a wall, her staff was broken. She was hurt, but I think she's fine. We need to look at that staff, but I think it's okay. And that magic that she used, apparently she used it against the Demon King back in the day. So we need to know what that was. Can we use it too? We'll see.
Hopefully we can.
We'll see. But yeah, this is where we are. We can see Stark in the beginning of this episode on the thumbnail. So he's still, meditating with that old guy.
Still on the path of life.
Yeah, so we need to reunite with him, and let's jump in this episode and see how that happens. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, let's go!
Who are you again? He just shows up. You said that the last time. He's doing his own story.
And yeah, just still keep coming back.
Her staff. He didn't do anything. He just need to exist for her to be pissed. She went to him for support. But she cares about that staff. That's why.
There is emotional baggage with it.
She needs to grieve. She'll support you like you did her. Oh, yes! She needs to feel better. What is the third test if we only have 2 episodes left? She's gonna, repair it? Are you in a hurry to be alone, man? You're being forced to be a part of their family.
Life must go on.
I think he opened the store to allow people to come in and cheer him up, unconsciously. He sees himself in him. There's still a chance. He's cheering him up.
No, I think it worked. He's good in his own way.
He's giving you work.
Unless giving him pointers to how to become stronger.
Maybe, like subtly. Repair the staff.
But can he though?
Don't insult it. It means something.
Can you do it though?
No. If you can't do it.
It's not that I can't, I just won't.
Yeah, see, she's... You're challenging me? It's like a big puzzle.
ゴミだなんて言って悪かった。手入れの行き届いたいい杖だ。大事にされていたんだ。
Because it means a lot. Thank you.
Fern, don't eat your emotion, please. It's gonna be okay.
フリーレン様は私のことをまるで
She understood you.
But she's making efforts to understand.
分かろうとする
Exactly.
だと思うんだよ。頑張っていると思うぜ。
He gets it.
フリーレンとこの弟子か。二次試験が終わったばかりだっていうのに師匠のおかげで散々だった。慎重してくれた方がこっちも儲かるってのにな。
What?
大事にしろよ。
Aww. She's not even waiting. She just left it on the bed and she went to bed. It meant so much to you. There it is.
私の杖
Thank you.
感情や感性にや行き違いが起こることもあるでしょう。でも一つだけあなたのために思い悩んでくれるなかなかいませんよ。
Sometimes the things we hear about Frieren and the image that we see of her, they don't fit.
Yeah,
It clashes. You.
Frieren might not understand the sentiment behind the stuff or what you put value on something, but she understands that you care about that object in general, or that person.
She
so-
cares about Fern.
第三次試験を始めます。
What is it?
なぜ理由は分かる
Oh,
か合格者は12名合格者数だ
but why not?
全員協力型の試験は大いに結構だ協調性がないからなあってはならないほどの実力を持った者がいる
As if.
フリーレン様ですね。
者まで大勢合格
So
し
that next test is gonna change that?
そいつらは全員死ぬことになるかけ離れたものだそこまでの無駄死にはさすがに望んでいない謝る必要はない
She was just there. I understand the reasoning behind it though, but
私
still.
が担当する
Shield Proctor. Okay.
選別してやる従来の担当はお前だったな異論はないなレルナ
I don't think you can object to you.
今に始まったことではありませんから、試すような器ではありません。彼女は魔力を制限しています。様に匹敵するほ
God
どの。
damn.
気がついたか
何の話だか。試験会場で直接見ました。制限されたものと
But that's because she's good at it.
魔力の揺らぎもなかった。魔力を持った生物である限り
She had a whole of her lifetime to master
途方
it.
もない時間が必要でしょう。的な技術とは思えません。
フリーレンは生涯を捧げた欺くために
Yet he could tell.
魔族は私たち人類よりも100年や200年制限したところでその時間を別の鍛錬に使えば非効率
Well, apparently she's fooling all of you, so I don't know.
相手の隙を生み出すこともある戦いにおいて死に直結しかねない年の割には技術の甘い魔法使いだが魔族を打ち倒してきた洗練されているたった一目で見破ったのは魔王だけだこの瞬間まではね
What's his deal?
レルナ
偶然わずかな揺らぎが見え
Are you the Demon King in disguise?
Isn't he supposed to be dead?
お前が最初の一級魔法使いになってから
Whoa.
臆病な坊やのままだな
The first class mage.
これだけの境地に立っておきながらこの先一生ないだろう勝てる戦いであっても人間の弟子は取るものではないな
Again, that's the mentality of back in the day. Like, it's pointless to teach humans because as strong as they get, then they don't get to go beyond or
Yeah, but
experience it.
she still thought Flam though.
私の魔力の揺らぎが
She's hiding it too.
大魔法使いゼーリエによる面接です。
Like, so much potential in someone who'll die soon, so what's the point?
多分直感で合格者を選ぶつもりだろうね
And she has really, really strong judging skills.
未だにゼーリエが望むほどの魔法使いには慣れていない
It sounds a bit unfair as a test. Like, she looks at you and she's like, yeah, no. I'd be freaking stressed.
I'd be freaking pissed, you mean?
Because, like, I want to be like, come on, girl, you can do it, but what do you do?
I mean, I would like to have a chance to prove myself and my worth and what I can do as a mage.
あの
不合格だ帰れ
Ah.
理由を聞いてもいい
私の魔力に恐怖を感じている自分の姿がイメージできないだろうイメージできないものは実現できない基礎だ帰れ不合格不合格不合格
Fuck.
不合格だ
Oh.
フリーレン 自分の姿をイメージできていないね。
Does she have to?
他の受験者とは異なる
Just because she doesn't see the point.
合格を出すとは微塵も思っていない。
事実でしょ。
一度だけチャンスをやる。
Flowers.
花畑を出す魔法。
Just like Flom.
座った魔法か。実にくだらない。不合格だ。
Oh, bitch.
そう。
You're the worst to judge them.
食い下がりすらしないのか。魔王を倒したとは到底信じられない。
And yet she did.
一人の力じゃない。
Exactly.
ヒンメル、アイゼン、ハイター。
I don't think she understands people, so that's why I think she's the worst to judge them.
仲間に恵まれたか。運が良かったな。
運が良かった。
Luck is a part of life. It's about being lucky
どう
sometimes.
して私を仲間にしたの？
魔法使いを探していたからね。
いくらでもいるでしょ。
We just stumbled upon you.
私じゃなくてもいい。
君がいいと思ったんだ。君は覚えていないだろうけれども、
When was it?
So, like, was she a childhood crush?
人を取りに入った時、道に迷った。夜の森をさまよって初めて孤独を味わった。もう二度と村に帰れないかと思ったよ。人里の方向を教えてくれ。
Just right there, buddy. Like 5 meters right there.
励ましの言葉一つ口にしなかった。なんて冷たい人だと思った。
Oh, baby.
それともただの気まぐれだったのか。
Aww.
畑を出す魔法を見せてくれた。
And he became Frieren ever since.
And it's her favorite spell.
綺麗だと思ったんだ。
He said that to her. Maybe that's when it became her favorite.
魔法が綺麗だと思った。
偶然に過ぎないことだけれども、出会わせてくれたのはくだらない魔法で
It led to her freaking destiny.
不合格にするつもりだろうけれども、できないよ。
She won't let it happen.
ゼーリエの想像を超えるよ。人間の時代がやってきたんだ。
Change her freaking mind. Is she the only one who'll pass?
You think?
私の魔力を見て立ちすくんでいる。受験者と何ら変わらん。
Try to say you fail.
No, she
Something
sees.
will happen.
She's seeing your mana.
お前、何が
She's seen the whole mana?
揺らいでいる。
She saw the fluctuation. You pass.
フェルンとか言ったな。私の弟子になる。
No. You pass.
悪いようにはしない。
No.
より高みへと連れて行ける。たどり着いたことのないほどの高みへ。
Is it a test?
合否と関係があるのですか？
あるかもしれない。
Then no.
フェルン、ゼーリエがいろいろと言ってくると思うけれども、気を飲む必要はないよ。何を言っても不合格になるよう
She'll make you pass.
に、何を言っても合格になる。
Aww.
ガンはいつも正しいから。
Okay.
フリーレン様の弟子です。
フリーレンの入れ知恵だな。無謀な魔法使いを見逃すほどバカじゃない。合格だ。
So she's the only one who passed the test.
Well, we haven't seen everyone, but like, we're missing Woodman. We didn't see
Oh,
him.
true. We missed that one.
Denken. We didn't see Denken.
You think he's
And
gonna
I kind of
pass?
wish he'll pass because he really wants to go north. That's why,
Yeah.
okay, I'll go back a little bit on what I said. She is judging them, and I do feel that when it comes to judging people and what they can do and the limits they can, surpass, I don't think she can truly judge a person's character because I don't think she understands humans. But now that Frieren has said that her intuition is always right, and I've heard her explanations for why she didn't pass some of them, okay.
I mean, it is true that in the world of magic, if you cannot visualize yourself in the future or in that position of doing that spell, it won't happen because that's the whole principle of magic, right?
Like, I mean, when she showed up and she said, because of Frieren, so many people passed the second test. Normally, the third test would be even worse, even, super intense. And considering only the strongest would pass the second, they'd manage with the third. But now, most of them passed the second, so probably all of them or most of them would die in the third. She was there to stop those needless death, right? This is nice. I can see that. I can understand that. I think it's sad because so many people that we now care about and follow have been rejected, and like, okay, they're gonna have to
But I
wait.
mean-
But I see the intention behind why she did that and the explanation she gave, especially with someone like Kane. I see it. She lacks
The
confidence, and it is one thing to be strong enough to be a first class mage, but if you don't even see your own strength and if you don't have the confidence to reach for greater heights and go further and just be worthy of being a first class mage, then you're gonna get yourself killed.
You know what's weird? I thought for a sec, it's nice that for the third test you're going to be able to do the things on our own without Levine, basically. So she
But,
have to
yeah.
prove our worth alone, but she didn't have that chance. Because that's what
Yeah.
she's missing right now, right?
With Kane, yes, I mean she needs confidence, and on her own maybe she'll get it. I love though that at least now, like, she's supporting Levine, like she's patting her head, and they're seeking each other to feel better. And now that Ken has been rejected, they can get stronger together and try again in 3 years.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, I was overconfident in what they could do, and maybe they would have gotten killed in a third test. It is still sad, but she rejecting someone like Frieren, and I personally think that's because, like, she's just not what she defines in her head as a true first-class mage. Like, she has an idea of what a mage should be, and I don't agree with that idea. Like how she treated that guy who's the first-class mage. It's like it disgusts her to see the wasted potential, and I'm like,
Because he's going to be dead in a few years, basically.
but he reached such height, and it's never gonna amount to anything, right? Because he's gonna die soon. But humanity is extraordinary in how short it is, right? Like we live short lives, so that's why we make the most of it. Compared to elves who take their time and can sometimes just disappear, walking around, never truly doing anything, and or she discards luck. How, you know, Frieren was saying, oh. I defeated the Demon King because I had strong allies, and she's just saying like, oh, so you were lucky. I'm like, yeah, but luck is a part of life. Like, without luck, you don't know what could happen, but luck makes things interesting, right? Like, you get to meet strong people, you get to meet friends, and or when she said that her favorite spell was creating a field of flowers, and she's like, useless. But if you think about it from Frieren's point of view, it wasn't useless.
That spell led her to her friends with Emil, Eisen, Heiter,
I
and
love how-
Fern and Stark, basically, right? Because
Heiter, by the way.
Heiter?
Yeah.
Yeah. She met them thanks to that spell.
I love how now, like, I don't know if that's when she started saying it's her favorite spell, but it would make so much sense because it's the spell that got her to be friends with Himmel and the others, right? It's the spell that started this whole thing, and that now is changing her, making her make moves and trying hard to get, you know, to understand Fern and the others. That's what gave her humanity in a way, and it's so beautiful. But someone like Serie, who lives alone and for a long time wanted to keep magic to herself or to specific people and stuff, and she didn't want to share that.
Those she's deemed worthy, basically.
Yeah, I feel like she just doesn't understand what humanity can bring, what humans can do, and the beauty in their existence.
She's saying that it is a waste of potential for human to become that strong with magic or with mana, because they won't be able to achieve a lot of things, great things, and their short lifespan. But if you think about it, Flamme did achieve great thing in her short lifespan. She allowed people to be to use magic in their day-to-day life, and it was in her short lifespan, basically.
One thing that came out of this episode, I'll say, is that since she didn't pass Frieren, who we assumed was the best example of a first-class mage because she's really powerful, but she passed Fern, a human, that means her instinct, again, because it did that with Flamme back in the day, her instinct told her that a human was better than an elf to become a first-class mage. It is truly proving her, like her own instinct is proving to her what Frieren told her back in the day, that humans, like, it was a good thing that they were starting to learn magic, that they were going to bring a new era, that, you know, it was going to evolve, change everything and make things evolve, and it was a good thing. What Flamme wanted, everything that about that. Now she gets that proof in Fern, and that I like. That I appreciate. But we're still missing, like, the other main characters, like Ubel, Wirbel, Denken, so these guys could still pass. I don't know. The others, I mean, unfortunately they didn't, but they'll start again maybe when she's not around to do the third test. But yeah, her instinct is always right, so I'll give her some leeway. Maybe there was a reason why they were not ready. Like, maybe they just didn't have enough confidence, or they just, like, lacked the way of thinking. Kind of like at the beginning of the second test, Denken wanted to team up and some of them like, followed him, but everyone else kind of went their own way and they didn't want to trust anyone. But to truly succeed at the second test, you needed to team up.
Yeah.
So some of them might not have been ready to pass the second test, but because of Frieren and Fern defeating Frieren's double, they managed. Or Denken was the one coming up with strategies and stuff. So kind of like because of them, they passed. So they might not have been ready. I'm not gonna take it personally. I got a bit mad at first because she was
Well, I mean, at
failing
least we
everyone.
got a first mage right now with Fern, so we can go north.
I'm really proud of Fern. I mean, that's another thing. She was about to fail her because of the prejudices. Because she looked at her and she's like, "Oh, you're
You're frozen because
because
you're
of my
afraid
mana.
of my mana." But no, she's just looking at the fluctuation of your mana.
But what froze her, I think, is because she saw how strong she was, and then she saw the fluctuation. So because she's already really strong and she saw the fluctuation, she's like, she's even stronger than that. Like that's impressive.
yeah.
So that's what would have,
oh
shocked
my
her.
god, this is a new height of magic that I've never seen.
She's just in awe, right? And of course you'd be strong. Of course someone would be shocked, but like first class mages, I guess, need to have the confidence to go against greater heights, to go against greater opponents. Because if you back down, you'll never surpass your limits. And Fern, she's constantly with Frieren. She's faced strong things before, but in the past, like she's surpassed her limits here and there. She's different. So I'm glad she passed.
Compared to the first episode that we saw where she was afraid of attacking demons on her own, she's completely different right now.
Yeah, and I love how she was, taunted with, I can give you great power, like I can teach you even more and stuff, but it's not about that for her. So she's like, I'm Frieren's student, so fuck off.
No, I'm good. It's okay.
But that's
I'm gonna say no to the candies. Thank you very much.
in a way. I feel like maybe that was also a test. Like she maybe wanted to see, why do you want to be a mage? Like what do you seek? Do you seek to be so strong? Because I don't think she sees the point for a human to just reach for the ultimate strength, because there's no way you're gonna achieve ultimate strength. Eventually you'll die. You don't have enough time to be as strong. So if you offer that chance to someone, maybe she would have taken her as a student still, but eventually she would have ended up like that old guy who he's so talented like Fern, but at the end of the day, what did he achieve? He tried to go to a certain point, and he got there, but he's never gonna get to use it. He's never gonna face someone like Frieren. He's never gonna do any of that because he'll die before that happens. So Fern chooses to follow who she cares about, chooses to follow the one who has a story to tell, someone who's bringing her places, instead of going for the ultimate strength. And I personally like that. Like, I'm not in City's head. I don't know if it was the point of the question, but I see it as that. And I respect Fern for choosing Frieren.
I think that is the fact that Fern kind of surprised Serie with the fact that she chose to go with Frieren instead of choosing strength and greed and power.
She did start the thing about
this is what she would expect a mage to try to achieve on his own,
Yeah, but maybe that's not what she truly wants from mages. But she's the one that did that. I don't think she imagines humans doing that. But that's still what the can strive for. She did offer the whole, like, if you succeed, if you become first class mages, I'll give you one spell. Like this whole facility thing of I can just give you what you want. But a true mage wants to go out and look for things. Like a true mage wants to live the adventure and discover new things like Frieren. And because she chose Frieren and her way of doing things like Fern, to me that sounds like a true mage. So I'm glad she refused the possibility. And because I don't want to lose Fern, Fern, who, by the way, I need to say one thing about this. It's so cute that she's seeking Stark now. She's seeking his support.
But I mean, he's the only one who can understand her frustration with Frieren in general.
He seems to understand Frieren really well. The whole, like, what matters is that she tries to understand you, right? Because, like, you can't fault someone for not having the emotional maturity to be on your level and understand your emotions. She's not in your head. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't necessarily understand why you have attachment to this material thing.
Even humans in general can sometimes not understand the value that you can put on something, or memories, or place, or on other people, But it's the fact that when you care about someone, you should be able to understand that, that person cares about that particular staff or that particular place.
But it's
so
like-
I should be able to respect that and just care a little bit about that place too, you know?
It's kind of like when she gave her that first birthday gift, right? She said, I'm sorry I don't know you enough to buy something that you care about. But for Fern, it wasn't about the gift, it was about the gesture. Well, it's the same thing here. She might not understand why Fern loves that staff, but she cares about Fern, and so if Fern says it's important to her, logically for Frieren it doesn't make sense. She's like, well, might as well buy a new one. But since Fern truly cares about it, she went the distance. She had someone repair it, and that's why Fern likes her. That's why she's like, she's touched. Even though like Frieren is trying to brush it off like it's no big deal. So for her, it's trash. She's like, I don't understand why you needed this, but here. But because she did that, Fern loves her even more. And this is beautiful.
It's cute.
Okay, so now we have one episode left, so we need to see who else passes hopefully someone else. Like I'm hoping Denken would.
I mean, for his sake, yeah, but do you
Yeah.
think that maybe Fern's gonna be the only one who passed?
I'm curious about what she'll say about Ubel. Very curious.
Ubel?
And because I love Wirbel, I want him to also have a chance, but
I mean,
next episode,
I don't know about Ubel and Wirbel, but Denken.
he needs to
Denken
pass.
at least, he needs to pass.
Well, maybe he's got enough experience. We'll see. But that is next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one, the finale, right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't wanna, the next one will be all on YouTube next week.
Yes.
We're gonna see you then, guys.
Bye.